The Monmouth University baseball team prepares for the 2014 MAAC tournament this coming week at FirstEnergy Park in Lakewood. The Hawks will be the 5th seed. They start by taking on 4th-seeded Quinnipiac at 3:30 on Wednesday. I was able to catch up with senior Joe Bamford and head coach Dean Ehehalt as the Hawks prepare for their first ever MAAC tournament. We're going to start our preview of that MAAC tournament, fittingly enough, with the Monmouth leadoff batter, senior Joe Bamford, joining me for a few minutes as we get ready for this tournament. And Joe, talk about the team's mindset now going into this MAAC tournament. You've played tournament games in Lakewood before, but this being your first year in the MAAC tournament.
We're excited and we're looking forward to it. And like you said, we've played in Lakewood before. So we have experience there. We have a lot of upperclassmen, who have played in tournament games, so we got a lot of experience on the field as well. So we're just looking forward to it, and it's a new season right now. It's anybody's game.
Absolutely, and you're one of those upperclassmen that is familiar with this tournament setting. And just talk about maybe how the mindset is different. As you just said, it's a new season going into these tournament like this, double elimination set. How do you guys prepare it mentally?
One game at a time. First we got to take care of Quinnipiac on Wednesday at 3:30, and then we're going to take it from there. Hopefully we get the W and then move on.
And now as you prepare for this tournament, these next couple of days getting ready, the team was so good throughout the season. You had that big winning streak throughout. Now shifting focus, does the actual in-game stuff change? Maybe how you approach different at-bats, different things like that, knowing that this is kind of a winner-take-all scenario?
Personally for me, not really. Just gonna try to stay with that same mentality. Nothing's changed. Just another game. Been playing this game since I was 5 years old. So gotta just really try to go with that mindset and try to not really change too much up. Try to keep it the same. That's pretty much it.
And then finally, you and the big senior class that will go into this tournament, final time wearing a Monmouth uniform, obviously. How important is it to go out with that group of guys that you've played so much baseball with and have a good showing, not only for you, but for this whole senior class?
Great group of guys. Can't say enough about them. And I'm excited to, have one last go at it with them. Really looking forward to it, and hopefully we can go out there and get the, conference championship.
Coach, your team prepares to take on Quinnipiac as the 5 seed in the upcoming MAAC tournament. They're one of the 2 teams that are in the tournament you haven't seen yet this season. Talk briefly about the Bobcats, who you're very familiar with in the past, but now seeing them for the first time as a MAAC opponent.
Well, like you said, we're familiar with them from our days in the NEC, and it doesn't matter who you play now. You got to go out and play a good game of baseball, and hopefully we start a new season starting Wednesday, and we'll answer the bell.
Coach, you talk about starting a new season. You're going to do it in a place that you have tournament history before. You've played in tournament games in Lakewood. Does that give you, if at all, any advantage going into this MAAC tournament?
I don't think it's a significant advantage, but we're familiar with the surroundings. We get to sleep in our own bed, which I think is somewhat helpful. There's a lot of pros and cons to it. We've been pretty comfortable playing there in the past, and I hope this year serves well also.
And you go into this MAAC tournament now. First time that your team has seen a 6-team tournament, used to the 4-team tournament. Does that play into anything at all as you prepare for this first game on Wednesday afternoon?
Not really. I think the one good thing about the 6-team format is, the first 2 teams get rewarded, which is, something that's long coming to a lot of conferences throughout the country. So that's a good thing, that the MAAC's decided to do, and a proactive move, and very positive move as far as having the regular season means something. As far as the 6-team tournament goes, we still have to go. We have to probably play more games than you would in a 4-team bracket, but that's just the way it is. And I like our pitching staff, and if we can hit a little bit, we should be able to advance a little further than what our seed is.
And that actually leads right into one of my last questions, Coach. If your team does a few different things, please fill in those gaps. You will be successful this week down in Lakewood. If Monmouth does kind of A, B, C, you have a good chance to win. What are those things?
Well, a lot of it is kind of like baseball cliches, but first thing, we got to play together. If that gets away from us, we're not going to be very successful. We had an 11-game winning streak, and it was really it was pleasing to watch how the guys played together and how we battled for each other and did some good things there. And we played relaxed, and we got big hits, and we didn't get caught up in the situation. And when you get into a tournament, the team that can do that certainly has an advantage. I think the two-strike game, the two-out game is huge in a tournament. Defensively, closing down innings, finishing innings, and then offensively, getting two-out hits and extending innings, things of that nature.
You know, Coach, we spoke to one of your seniors in this large senior class, Joe Bamford, before, and got his thoughts on the tournament. And just speak to that group and what it means like to be able to have so many veterans on your team that have played a lot of postseason baseball before, how that helps the rest of your team.
Well, you know, they're definitely seasoned. You know, right from their freshman year, they were thrown into it, and hopefully some of the past tournament games will provide a boost for the rest of our team, and you know they'll have it in them to keep playing and you know win the next game, win the next pitch, and real happy with their progress this season. So hopefully we can fire our best shot this weekend.
Well, Coach, I appreciate a few minutes of your time as you get ready for this tournament. Starts off Wednesday, 3:30 against Quinnipiac. Good luck.
Thank you, Eddie.
That's the head coach of the Monmouth Hawks, Dean Ehehalt. His Hawks seeded 5th take on the 4th-seeded Bobcats Wednesday at Lakewood, FirstEnergy Park. First pitch at 3:30 on MAAC.TV.